Hey everybody, I'm Stephanie Doidge.
And I'm John Doidge.
And this is another Girthcast.
Yep, 7, 8, 9, 10. Who fucking knows anymore?
It's
one of those. This week we are brought to you by Todd Electric, not a sponsor. Serving the community for 20 years. This is 1989, so actually it's probably more like 30-something years.
Yeah, and
35 years.
Bailey and Wyant, PLLC, yep. Attorneys at law.
If you need a bail bondsman or you need, a civil defense attorney, that's who you want to call.
Or if somebody fires you because you're pregnant, call them.
Yep. Neither one of those are a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
Today we have a very special guest. Today is Father's Day. This upload will be after Father's Day, but it is Father's Day, and we have a very special guest.
Yes,
none other than the Supreme Girth Lord's own father, Grandpa Hogg.
Yep. Without this man, there would be no Supreme Girth Lord.
That's right. All right. So,
without any further ado,
we'll catch you on the flip side.
We will.
Click stop.
We'll be right back with Grandpa Hogg.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
That's what it is.
I did not
know.
know.
It is. Let's cut the Juneteenth part from the episode.
We will. We'll do that.
We're going to cut that part.
All right, everybody. We are back, and we have Grandpa Hogg.
Grandpa Hogg!
How's it going,
folks? All right. Tell us a little about yourself. You were born on 5/14/57, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Social Security card number.
I ain't giving nobody my Social Security card number.
All right.
But you have one.
Yes,
okay.
Of course.
All right.
You are, of course, my dad.
Yeah.
Today is, of course, Father's Day.
Yeah. I don't always tell people that, though.
That's right. Yeah, he doesn't like being recognized on the streets as the famous person's dad. I get it. Yeah.
Well, all right then.
No, just half the time I have to explain him.
Oh yeah. Well, there's no explaining me. We're way past that point.
Oh yeah, we're past that.
I am who I am. I have countless YouTube videos at this point to show everybody if they ever ask who I am.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Right. So,
I have lived in 2 different millennium, 2 different centuries, 3 different, well...
You're more than 2 centuries old?
No. But I've lived in several decades.
Damn.
Whoa.
So have I, but not as many as you.
Yeah.
Obviously. Who's on your Mount Rushmore of old people?
I don't know. Let's see. Mount Rushmore of old people.
Your 4 greatest old people.
My 4 greatest old people. Well, they have to be George Washington.
Okay. Old as shit. He's so old he's dead.
Yeah. So is Lincoln.
Lincoln's
is
dead
he
as
also
shit
on
too?
Your Rushmore?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
And he's on the real Rushmore too.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And William Shatner.
William Shatner. Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay. Who else you got?
I gotta go with my homeboy, Frank Zappa.
Frank Zappa! What a fucking combo, man!
We went to the same high school.
So we got we got James Franco,
George Washington,
George Washington, same thing. James Franco, George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Frank Zappa, and William Shatner. That is a hell of an old person Mount Rushmore.
Yeah,
I love it.
Quite the lineup.
So you went to the high school.
All but one's dead.
All but one is dead. Yep. You went to high school with Frank Zappa.
No, I went to the same high school.
You went to the same high school.
But he went there. He graduated 10 years before I started high school.
Yeah. Okay. What would your Mount Rushmore of old people be?
Oh my God. What are we considering old?
Anybody older than me?
Him and up. Yeah, him and up. Him and up.
Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah, he's definitely old.
That's definitely a good one, though.
Yeah.
I feel like mine
He's
are
a legend.
going to be actors.
That's fine. You don't have to pick Frank Zappa, babe. Or George
Robert De
Washington.
Niro.
De Niro. Okay. Damn. Okay.
He and I are almost the same age. Bob.
Pretty good group.
What, is he older than you?
He's definitely
Slightly.
older.
Okay, well then I'm
Yeah,
good.
just a little older, but not much older.
And just slightly more successful.
Okay.
Yeah, you think?
Frank Sinatra.
Sinatra. Oh, damn.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Damn, these Mount Rushmores are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Etta James.
Etta James.
Oh.
God damn, with the shout out to Etta James.
I could have
Wow,
said
very
Benny
good one.
Thank
Very
you.
good one.
Thank
Very,
you.
very
Thank
good.
you. Thank
Very
I could have
good.
said Benny Goodman, but yeah.
So now we have eight
you live and you learn.
eight of the most amazing old people of all time.
Well, now the people have to know. What is your Mount Rushmore of old people?
Mount Rushmore of old people. Betty White.
Oh, great one.
Yeah.
She is great.
Betty White, 100%. She's like on that. Ian McKellen, he played Gandalf.
Oh, yeah.
He's up
another
there.
Good one.
Sir
Another good
Christopher
one.
Lee. He played Sauron.
I don't know who that is.
He's a legendary. He played in tons of like horror movies.
Yeah, it was
back in like the
60s and
50s and 60s, yeah, and 70s.
Yeah.
So he's a legend.
He's also in the original Star Wars.
Yeah, and then also I was going to say Robert De Niro.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I love De
Hey, how
Niro.
about
I love
that?
De Niro. I'm a big De Niro fan.
good job.
I'm a big fan of
like
like
it.
mob movies and stuff like that. So he's been in most of the good ones. So,
Well,
there's been a lot of great mob movies over the year, but De Niro's been in some of the best ones.
yeah. Well,
Honorable mention: Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
who played Dumbledore the second time? The
Oh,
majority of the time.
I don't know. I don't know his name.
Well,
what was
he-
his name? No, fuck. I don't know. I don't
I don't
remember
know
his
what
name.
his name was, but he would be, if there was a fifth head on Mount Rushmore, he would be my fifth.
Yeah. Well, I would say Keith Richards, but only as the pirate from the third Pirates of the Caribbean movie. I think it
Oh,
was.
actually,
Or
I
was
wanna
it the second?
replace
Which one
Etta
was
James.
he in?
I don't know.
I'm replacing Etta. I'm replacing Etta with Patsy.
Patsy. Okay.
Although I actually
Honorable
think
mention,
they're,
Dolly
like,
Parton.
right there.
Yeah,
Honorable
Dolly
mention.
Parton.
Yes. Ooh, she's old.
She's old as fuck, dude.
She's old.
But her titties are only like 20 years old.
That's right. That's right.
If that, honestly, she probably gets them replaced every couple years.
Probably.
On that note, let's keep the Mount Rushmore thing going. Let's
Okay.
keep it going.
Killing me.
What would be your Mount Rushmore of musicians?
Oh my god.
Bands, singers,
Of all
artists.
time, including
Whatever
today?
your top four would be.
Okay, Sarah Bareilles.
Okay, that's a good one.
Your dad probably doesn't even know who Sarah Bareilles is.
Yes, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
He's an eclectic man.
Yeah, I have a lot
How
of
dare you assume what he
lot of
knows?
strange musical taste.
I'm shocked. Okay, well, Sarah Bareilles.
Okay.
Definitely Miles Kennedy. I'm probably actually going to steal a couple that you probably have because you introduced me to these people and my taste in music just can't go back to where it was
Yep.
before.
I understand.
But Tyler Childers.
Yes, I love him.
And then,
One of my favorites, man. So is
I
Miles.
feel like this
I love
last one just really needs to be a good one.
Miles. Well, they should all be good ones. They're your Mount Rushmore.
I got it. Michael Bublé.
Michael Bublé.
Bublé.
Bring it on the bubbly. Bring on the bubbly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael Bublé.
All right,
Yeah.
Grandpa Hog. What do you think of her list? Do you think that's a good list?
That was a good list.
think it's a good list?
That was a good list.
What would you put on your Mount Rushmore of musicians?
Well, John Fogerty would have to be.
John
Fogerty.
Creedence Clearwater
Yeah.
Revival. Yeah.
Don Henley and Glenn Fry.
Okay. You can just say the Eagles. It's fine. You can just say the Eagles.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But, over the years, there's been about 8 of them. But,
Yeah. But you can just say the Eagles.
yeah. And
We'll count that as one.
Johnny Cash would be one.
Ooh,
Oh,
Johnny Cash. Good one.
Good one.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's a great one.
Yep.
And Burton Cummings. And I know neither of you know who he is.
Nope.
Do not.
Do not know who that is.
He was the lead singer from the Guess Who.
Oh.
Ah.
Okay, I think I know like one or two of their songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard of
He
them.
was
Yeah.
Definitely heard of them.
he was Miles Kennedy before
Who?
Miles Kennedy.
Guess.
Oh, no, that's the wrong Who.
Do you have any more Mount Rushmores? Because this is kind of fun.
Yeah, I have my own for this one.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear
Well,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
Sorry.
let's hear
Happy
your
Father's
Mount
Day. I
Rushmore.
didn't
Yep,
mean to
thank
forget about you.
Weird Al Yankovic is number one. I think he changed the game when it came to parody music. Jimi Hendrix, he changed the game when it came to guitar. Nobody played the guitar like Jimi Hendrix before he came along, and he really changed the game. Shit, this is tough. Metallica's probably up there.
Yeah.
And then just because when I was a kid, that was like the first like heavier band that I got into. Like there's a lot of people that can relate to that. That was like a lot of people's intro to like hard rock and metal. But Metallica has always had a special place in my heart, even though a lot of their newer shit's kind of bad. Their newest album is pretty good, but a lot of their stuff in between that is pretty shitty.
Yeah.
Saint Anger is one of the worst albums of all time. And then probably Tyler Childers.
Okay.
Tyler Childers.
Yeah.
Probably be. I
See,
love
okay.
Tyler Childers. I love that dude. He's fucking awesome.
I love Tyler, but
I've never heard a bad song by Tyler.
I don't know. I feel like I need a fifth head of Mount Rushmore because I have to add Chris Stapleton.
Yeah, I need some honorable mentions because I love Zach Brown, which is kind of a little out there, but I do love Zach Brown, man.
I'd have to add John
I
Kay.
think Zach
Who?
Brown.
John Kay,
John
the
Kay.
lead singer from Steppenwolf.
Okay. Yep.
And he wrote most of their songs.
I think that. Yeah, I don't know. Miles Kennedy would be up there. He'd be in my. He's right up there. Honestly though, I'd probably replace Weird Al Yankovic with him.
That's probably a good call.
And we'll just make Weird Al the fucking. But I just remember like the first CD I ever bought. I was like 8 years old, and I got the Food album by Weird Al Yankovic, and I played it like nonstop.
My first album that I didn't buy it, but it was a Christmas gift. It was a funk CD.
Oh man,
DJ Funk. It was called DJ Funk.
Dirty Laundry the Game.
Yeah, it was there was all kinds
Dirty
of stuff.
Laundry the
There
Game.
was I want you to take me to a funky town.
Yeah.
God, that sounds like fingernails on a chalkboard to me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you guys want to keep going on the Mount Rushmore
Yeah, we could do
categories,
Yeah.
Mount Rushmore of movies, go.
that. Mount Rushmore movies, you gotta go with John Wayne for me.
John Wayne,
Jimmy Stewart.
is that a movie?
No, movies. Oh, I thought you meant actors.
I was like, man, did I miss a fucking great biopic or something? What happened?
Oh, no. Well, if you're going to go with movies,
We'll do movies, and then since we're on that mind track, we'll do actors after that.
okay. Yeah, a lot of people are going to give me shit about the John Wayne thing. But
So you got
let's see. Probably the most racist movie ever made.
the Chinese one where he's a Mongol.
No, Searchers.
Searchers, okay.
Yeah, he is the most racist man ever.
Well, I think probably one of the most racist things I've ever seen is when they taped his eyes and made him play Genghis Khan. So
Yeah, that was
that's
the
up
Conqueror.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's up
That
there.
was a
that really happened.
that was a
That's a
terrible
real movie.
What?
That is a real movie. They took John Wayne, the old cowboy, and they taped his eyes to make him look Asian, and then he played Genghis Khan.
They couldn't just find an Asian?
No. Because back then, Asians
I'll
weren't
give you
allowed
some
to exist.
I'll give you some background on that movie. John Wayne and Howard Hughes were friends. Howard Hughes produced that movie and said, I want John Wayne to play Genghis Khan.
Yeah. And this is in the 50s when everybody's a racist.
Yeah, and it was one of the
was
worst
okay to be a
movies
racist
ever
in the 50s.
made.
Yeah.
Certainly John Wayne's worst.
I have seen the movie, and it is hilariously bad. Like, it's one of those movies where I like watching movies that are bad
You haven't
and laughing at how bad they are. So
You haven't lived until you've been in Japan and seen it on Japanese TV dubbed in Japanese.
Oh my god.
I can't even imagine.
That was the second time I saw that movie.
Oh, you have a interesting story about Japan that we're going to talk about.
Okay, well, you have to
Finish your
remind
Mount
me.
Rushmore, dude. What do you got?
Movies? Let's see. Hondo.
Hondo. Okay.
Yeah, old John Wayne movie again. Yeah.
You drive a Hondo, don't you?
I drive a Hyundai.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's see. The original Star Wars.
Okay.
One of my absolute favorite movies.
Yep, 1977.
Yeah, and Taxi Driver.
Taxi Driver. Okay.
I've
We need
never
one
heard
more.
of it. Any of those
You never heard
movies.
of
You never heard of Taxi Driver? That's a great movie.
Yeah.
That's a De Niro movie.
Really?
Yeah.
He's in my Mount Rushmore.
He's in your Mount Rushmore. You never even heard of Taxi Driver?
What?
That was like the movie that put him on the map.
Yeah.
Well, I
That and
haven't
Raging
seen it.
Bull.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah. Raging Bull was
those
great.
two are what put him on the map.
He was in a really bad gangster movie, too.
Oh, he
before
was
that.
in a few of those.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
this was
It was like his breakout.
Ma Barker. It was based on Ma Barker. I can't remember the name of the movie, but Shelley Winters played Ma Barker, and he played one of her sons.
Oh, okay.
And it was it was
Taxi Driver really, it really essentially just
Jodie
it
Foster's
was his
in that
breakout
movie, too.
role.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That and Raging Bull, those were like his two.
I haven't seen that either.
Big ones. Oh, Raging Bull's a
Well,
great movie too.
You got to give the Maltese Falcon too.
Well, we're gonna have to watch these movies.
Yeah.
Together. We're not gonna watch that one because that one's in black and white and it's fucking 3 hours long.
No, it's not.
But
The Maltese Falcon's only in 90 minutes.
yeah, but it's black and white, so it feels like it's 3 hours.
No, it is widely considered the first noir film,
Yeah.
even though it was made before World War II.
Well, I'd be more interested if it was a snuff film. Anyway,
But Chinatown
what is
another one.
your Mount Rushmore of movies?
This is
He's got
tough.
a pretty good one.
This is tough.
All classics.
Yeah.
All of his are classics.
Oh, yeah, every movie I like is a classic.
I didn't grow up watching a whole lot of classics.
Okay.
You
say like The Lion King or something?
I would have to say, well, actually, since you mentioned it, before I got into thought about this, I was going to say The Lion King as one of them.
You can. You still can.
But I'm
Certainly
not going to because there's so many better movies than that. I would have to say...
Are there, though? That's
Yeah.
a good movie.
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump. That's a good one.
Ron
Okay.
Bars.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. That's a great movie. Yeah.
That's one.
Most Tom Hanks movies are good.
Yeah.
Yes.
He doesn't do a whole lot of bad movies.
I'm the captain now.
Yeah. I'm the captain now. Yeah. Let's get fucked up. I don't know why these pirates became Arnold.
The Bachelor Party is really one of those really bad movies.
Oh, God.
I like The
Yeah.
Burbs. You ever seen The Burbs?
Yeah, I've seen
That's a
that
deep
several
cut Tom Hanks movie. That's a very, very funny movie. That's before Big, I think. Yeah, that's before he
that's
wrote-
another
Big is a great
really
movie,
good
yep.
one.
He was actually
But,
in
The
another movie
Burbs-
about good Dungeons and Dragons.
Shout
where
out The Burbs.
He was in nuts. He went nuts because he thought he was actually in Dungeons.
Yeah, he
and
did a
Dragons.
lot of like silly comedy stuff before he became like Tom Hanks.
Oh yeah, he was in a TV
Yeah.
show. It's called Bosom Boys.
He was a goofball. He was
Okay.
a goofball.
Marley and Me.
Marley and Me is
Oh,
on your
yeah,
Mount
good one.
Rushmore of movies.
Yes.
The
That's a
Owen
good
Wilson.
movie.
Wow.
No. I'm gonna replace that one with
Wow.
Hachi.
Hachi. I've never even heard of that.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's about.
Is that a different movie about
it's
a dog?
about a dog that came from
Yep,
somewhere
I knew
in
it.
Asia.
Fucking knew it.
It came from somewhere in Asia, and some guy found him at a train station and brought him home, and then they ended up keeping him. And the dog waited for him every single day at the train station when he would come home from work. He would walk from his house to the train station and greet him when he got off work.
It's like the GTA dog.
And then he ended up dying. It was very sad.
Very sad.
The dog, not the
Yeah,
guy.
Old Yeller died too.
I bet one of your other is on the other on your Mount Rushmore is probably that movie the kids watch about the World War II dog or whatever it was.
Oh, that's a really good movie.
Is that on your Mount Rushmore
Sergeant
too?
Stubby.
It's a dog theme.
Sergeant Stubby, not on
Circuit City, not a sponsor.
Not on my Mount Rushmore, but Sergeant Stubby is based on a true story.
She loves movies about dogs.
Sergeant Stubby is the name of an actual dog who served in World War II, and he ended up getting awards and stuff. And when he died, he died.
He got buried.
Yeah, he died.
What was that movie we watched with Channing Tatum about the dog? Remember that one?
It was literally called Dog.
Yeah.
Oh, it's called Dog?
Yeah.
That's what it was called?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it is a good movie.
That was a pretty good movie. It was pretty good. Yeah. I wouldn't put it on my Mount Rushmore,
I feel
but
like
I
my
think
Mount
it's pretty
Rushmore
good.
is not going so
But what do you
good.
have? You have 3 on there now? You have one more.
Just 2.
No, you have 2. Okay, so you got 2 more.
Forrest Gump and Hachi. I feel like I gotta get rid of Hachi. I don't know. I feel
Keep Hachi. It's your movie.
I don't think so. No, that's not my movie. I've actually only even seen
I
it a few
have
times
many
anyway.
honorable mentions, but
Oh, there's so many honorable. See, that's the hard part about
I know.
Mount
Oh,
Rushmore.
I got one.
It's
I got
picking
one.
4. Yeah.
One on my Mount Rushmore is Flubber.
Flubber. Oh my God, dude. I remember that movie.
That's definitely on my Mount Rushmore.
I remember that movie. Yep.
that's also a black and white movie.
My funny thing is Grandpa Hogg over here and my mom, that I went and saw that with them in theaters.
What?
I saw Flubber in
How
theaters.
old were you?
6 or 7, something like that.
I wasn't even old
I think
enough
that
to go
movie
to
came
the
out in
theaters.
1997,
Woo!
something like that.
The original
Yeah.
came out in 1959.
Right, but I didn't go to see that one in theaters.
I was a baby. If I
In
was even
1959?
born. No, in 1997.
97. I think that movie came out in 97. I'm almost certain.
I was 40.
You were 40. Yeah. But yeah, I remember seeing that in theaters.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that movie.
Robin Williams.
I loved Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Remember I used to make you watch Jack all the time. Remember that movie?
Yeah, that was a good movie too.
Where he was like a 40-year-old in like kindergarten or whatever.
Okay, what do I
Yeah.
have now? I have
You have
Forrest
3.
Gump. I guess
Hachi?
we're keeping
You have
that.
Hachi?
I don't want Hachi. No, that's fuck Hachi. I don't like it.
You don't like it?
Flubber definitely.
Flubber's on there. Yeah, Forrest Gump and Flubber. Where the fuck is this list gonna go from here? That's what we're here to find out
As long as
about.
she doesn't say a clockwork.
Forrest Gump and Flubber.
The most recent Star is Born.
With Lady Gaga, Lord Gugu, and
Bradley Cooper.
Lord Gugu and Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah.
That is good. It's a very good movie.
But the Barbara Streisand, Chris Christopherson version is
The
also
1930.
No, that's,
No.
that's from the 70s.
That was the original.
Yeah, that's from the 70s.
That was here.
But, yeah, no, that's a good one. That's a good movie.
Okay.
Very good.
And. Boo, 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 boo. The Lion King.
Hey!
Gotta go with the Lion
It's
King.
full circle. It's the circle of life right here. It's the
Oh,
circle of
that
life.
was just such a tough category
It's the
for me.
circle
I probably have much
of
better
life.
answers than that, but that's just the, you know.
Yeah. Well, mine would probably be The Wicker Man, the newest version, Face Off, Con Air, and Ghost Rider. Those are probably
Ooh.
that's my Mount Rushmore of
So,
movies.
Nick Cage.
Yeah. Oh, no. Instead of Vampire's Kiss, I'm going to put...
You didn't put Vampire's Kiss in there.
Okay, honorable mention, Vampire's Kiss. And then also, honorable mention, I'm going to put National Treasure in there. I like that movie.
Good one.
But yeah, there's a theme with mine.
I got a couple of honorable mentions. They're both baseball movies. Pride of the Yankees,
Okay.
which is an all-time
This will be
classic,
good. This will be good. Okay.
and Field of
This will be
Dreams.
good. This will be good. Okay. Mount Rushmore of baseball movies.
Okay.
I
you got?
can't give you
You
any.
start.
Easy.
I can't give you any.
This is an easy one.
I might be able to name 4.
Field of Dreams, Pride of the Yankees, Bull Durham, and For the Love of the Game.
Okay.
Wow. Good one.
Angels in the Outfield.
Boom.
The Rookie.
Boom.
Mr. Destiny is not a baseball movie, but baseball is
It's baseball adjacent.
it's baseball adjacent.
Baseball adjacent.
And I don't
But there are
have
a lot
fourth.
of honorable mentions in there. Also.
I do not have a fourth.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm going to say The Sandlot.
Oh.
That's probably my numero uno. Bull Durham, Field of Dreams, and Major League. Those are my
Major League
top
is
4.
good.
I love Major League. I think that's a great movie. Charlie Sheen at his best. Anyway, moving on. What is the best city you've ever been to?
The best city?
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a good
God.
city.
Yeah, I was thinking the same
Yeah. Oh,
thing.
yeah. That's a good answer. Yeah.
But, I'd have to say L.A.
Your Mount Rushmore of cities. I'm just kidding. L.A. is your go-to?
Yeah.
Yep. When was the last time you were in L.A.?
1996 when I went there for my sister's funeral.
So, right in time for the riots.
Yeah.
You're good.
No. I missed the riots.
You missed the riots.
Yeah, I missed the riots.
Well, shit. What's the point of going there? But no, yeah, L.A. Okay. I've never been there. I'm sure it's beautiful.
My sister lives there.
She sure does.
It's prettier now than when I was a kid.
I don't know if I've ever been there. If I have, I don't remember.
I've definitely never been there. But
There were times when
I would
was a
like to
kid,
be
you
there.
couldn't
I would like
see
to at least
LA.
visit there once. If nothing else, I'd like to
Yeah.
visit at least once.
We will eventually. One day.
Well, I go back so far with L.A. as when the City Hall, which is, in Dragnet, the badge, in that City Hall building on the badge. That was, when I was a kid, the first time I ever went to Los Angeles. I was 6 years old. My parents were getting divorced. And that was the tallest building in L.A.
Wow.
Whoa.
10 years later, there are 22 buildings taller than that.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Yeah. It's amazing how rapidly that kind of stuff happens.
Oh, yeah.
I've never really been to a big city. I've been to Baltimore and D.C.,
Here's the
but
thing.
I don't know if those really count as big cities.
Yes, they do.
Is that a big city?
Yeah. Here's the thing. I've been to several big cities. I've been to Chicago.
I've been to Philadelphia once, too. I guess that's probably a
I've
big
been
city.
to Atlanta. I've been to Houston. I lived in Houston for
These are all big cities?
a good bit of
What is
my
Richmond?
childhood.
Is it
Yes.
a medium city?
It's like I would call that a small city compared
Small
to
city?
Houston.
Yeah.
Even
DC
I've
is
been
small.
to Dallas. I've been
Everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man.
Well, I've been to the airports in a lot of those.
Panama City.
What just happened?
I think Ozzy opened the door.
Ghosts are afoot. Anyway,
By the way, I found out.
you've been to Panama City. That's right. What was that like? Was the grass green and the girls were pretty? No, that's Paradise City.
Well, I gotta
Guns
be
N' Roses
honest.
is not a sponsor.
I don't remember a whole lot of it.
Well, I've been to San Francisco too, but it was cold as shit, and it was August.
I was on. It was Panama City Beach, Florida.
Oh. So you didn't really go to Panama.
I didn't go to Panama.
Yeah.
Panama City.
You didn't even
Beach.
leave the country.
No,
Oh.
but I've been to Orlando.
That's still fun. I'm sure there was lots of alcohol.
I've been to Nashville. Okay. Nashville.
Nashville.
No,
Nashville?
I'm not going to say Nashville because I didn't even really get to explore there. But I feel like
You've been to New York City.
I have been to New York City.
You've been to Chicago.
I'm not going to answer this question.
Okay.
I don't
All
like
right.
cities.
I've been to Tokyo.
Yeah, I actually I don't like cities. I don't like going to cities.
I don't like cities.
I don't like when ever we have some sort of invite to a situation and we have to go to a city to do it. I'm not a big fan of it.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I'd rather just not be in the city.
Yeah. Moving on.
Moving on. How about the Nationals?
What about them?
They suck.
Not really. They're not as good as they could be, but most of their roster.
No, they're not. They're not nearly as bad as I thought they were going to be.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much. They are overachieving, and I think that's a good thing. I think that they are on the right track. They're kind of in a rebuild state. They did win a World Series a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So.
And most of the players on that team are playing for other teams.
And
Or
for
retired.
the first time in almost a decade, the Orioles are good again.
Yeah.
So I'm happy about that.
I gotta get more comfortable. Sorry.
Oh.
I don't do that often, folks.
All right. So there's one thing that I would like to know about you.
What's that?
Your social security number.
That ain't happening.
All right.
That is not going out on YouTube.
Okay. Other than that, I had a backup question just in case. You met George Carlin one time, didn't
Yeah.
you? And I'm a big comedy fan. I love comedians, as you know. I watch
Yep.
comedian podcasts all the time. I watch stand up all the time.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just that's what I like to do. Tell us how you met George Carlin and why you met him. Just
I was doing an open mic night at a comedy club in L.A., which is no longer there. In fact, I think it's a Subway now.
oh wow, Eat Fresh,
Yeah.
not a sponsor.
But I did an open mic night there, and
Quiznos.
he was there doing some testing out new material and, like you said earlier, scouting new talent. And he called me over to his table after I did my set, and I did my 5 minutes, and he said, "Hey, son, I want to tell you something. With an act like yours, you got to join the Marines." 3 weeks later, I joined the Marines.
Wow. Wow.
Hey, you took sage advice from an old comedian, and
Yeah.
Well,
I got people to laugh, though.
Yeah.
Several people laughed in that audience.
you
There were
do-
only 22 people in the audience.
did you do a full 5 minutes?
Did a full 5 minutes.
Full 5 minutes. It wasn't just like a minute and then you sputtered
No,
out.
I
That's
did
impressive.
mostly making fun of my teachers because I was right after I got out of high school.
Oh, okay. So
Well,
you're doing like
That was the summer
Yeah.
from high school before I joined the Marines.
Well, that's cool.
Speaking of the Marines, didn't you say earlier that you had a story about Japan that you wanted to talk to him about?
Oh yeah, were you there when the bombs got dropped? I know you lived in Japan for a little while.
Are you talking about Hiroshima and Nagasaki? Those were 12 years before I was born.
I'll be right back.
Were you? So you weren't there.
No, I
So
was
I'll
not.
check that off.
No, but I was in
Oh, the old
Hiroshima.
interview. You did go to Hiroshima.
Yeah, I did go to Hiroshima. It was,
Were there like a bunch of like skeletons walking around and shit?
no,
Or
but
like
they do
people with,
have
like 3 heads?
they do have what they call a Peace Museum. It's ground zero of the explosion, the Peace Dome, the only building in the center of town that was left standing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
That's
the
cool.
blast went all the way around it, but it left the building.
And you were in Japan when? 79?
78, and first 2 months of 79.
Okay. So a little over a year you were there.
Yeah, about a year. Yeah.
Okay. What was like? That was in the late 70s, but it was still in the 70s. What was the reception like for U.S. Marines
Oh,
in
they love us there.
Japan?
They love
Were-
us there.
They weren't like
No.
apprehensive that they were like, these are the fucking same
I was-
motherfuckers that dropped the bombs on us?
No.
There wasn't any of
No,
that.
because
There was any-
we rebuilt their country after the war.
Oh, okay.
When I went to Australia, they really loved us back then.
I don't know, man. I feel like if somebody nuked us and then rebuilt us, I'd still kind of be like, fuck that
Well,
guy.
the thing is, Kawashima, which is the town that's out right
I mean,
outside.
they really brought it upon
Yeah.
themselves, though. So.
Right, but Kawashima is the town right outside of Iwakuni. The main source of income for Kawashima is Marine Corps Air Station Iwakuni.
Okay.
So, yeah, they love us because we spend a lot of money there.
Did you ever spend any time on Tsushima Island?
No.
Because that's where Jin Sakai is from. And we
Okay.
love Jin Sakai. Shout out Jin Sakai. We love you.
We love you.
I did. I was in Tokyo for a night.
Tokyo.
I
Did you get VD?
No, I did not get VD. I was married to your mom at the time, bud.
You sure were. I wasn't born.
No, Lisa and Amy weren't born yet either.
No. So the Japanese, they really were like kind of welcoming. They loved you guys.
Yeah, because we're a major part of their economy.
Right, and you were. Yes, that's true. Yeah, yeah. We're allies, really.
Yeah,
To this day.
Filipinos don't like us much.
Well, Filipinos can go.
But I was only there.
You know how we feel about. If you've watched this channel long enough, you know how we feel about Filipinos.
I was only
But,
there. I was
Never
only in
actually
the Philippines
mentioned anything
for.
about Filipinos on this channel.
I was in the Philippines for 48 hours.
What did you think about Australia? You said that they loved you.
Oh yeah, they loved us.
They loved the Marines.
I met Sergeant Major in the Australian Army, who happened to be a cousin of mine.
Really?
Yeah, a cousin of ours. I'm
In
assuming-
Australia?
Yeah.
So he was a criminal.
No. He might have been related to some of the original criminals, or he might have been one of the British people who were guarding those criminals.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, they there are, believe it or not, a lot of Doidges in Australia.
Damn. Well, I'm gonna need to go to Australia. West by God just ain't cutting it anymore.
But yeah, there's actually a lot of Doidges in France.
France? You been to France?
No, I've never been to Europe
How do you know that?
because I looked it up.
Hey-o!
Sorry,
Damn.
I got up twice
did.
because I heard one of the two kids that we have here, one of them being a baby, crying or like
Yeah.
talking in their sleep or mumbling or something. And I went checked on the baby and she was asleep. And I went and checked on Addie and she was asleep.
Well,
So-
the ghost is back at it again.
Okay.
Check out Hometown Horrors because
Shout out Hometown
Yeah,
Horrors.
shout out Hometown
Speaking
Horrors.
of ghosts,
We did an episode
I
of that.
found out something the other day when I was doing laundry. down
Okay,
the
let's
laundry.
tell us your ghost stories too.
Well,
Yeah.
while we're at it,
the first one,
fuck it.
there's a. She looks 80, but I've seen her twice in my apartment.
You know what they say? 80 is the new 60.
Yeah, well, especially when you're dead.
Yeah, definitely. Fucking.
But she was by my sliding glass door the first time I saw her, and the last time I saw her, she was at the foot of my bed, just staring at me.
That is concerning.
But I also found out that the guy who had the apartment before me, I thought he had moved
Murdered
out.
an 80-year-old woman.
No.
Oh.
I thought he had moved out. No, they moved him out feet first. He died in the apartment.
Oh.
I had no idea.
Was he by any chance a cross-dresser?
I have no idea.
Interesting.
I know the lady who ran into her own apartment
In
with
a
her car,
Yeah.
he was her brother-in-law.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
By any chance,
that's who I heard that.
have you had any other weird shit happen? Or
Yeah.
is it just those two instances?
No, every once in a while, my cane, my cane.
Yeah. Shout out Canes.
And not a sponsor,
Yeah, everybody,
Yeah.
everybody needs a cane,
We
but
love you, Kane.
yeah, Kane Tanaka.
but
The oldest Japanese
every
person.
once in a while it falls down for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
I mean, literally. I can be sitting there and suddenly the cane has fallen on the floor and I've got it hooked on the table just like this.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah,
a
it's,
good
yeah,
grip, too.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Then I found out Rocky knows how to open my sliding screen door.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because I thought Amy had left the door.
Rocky's the cat.
Yeah, Rocky's
way.
my cat.
Yeah, he's our other producer.
Yeah.
But I thought Amy had left the door open. This was before she went to Michigan.
Amy's my sister.
Yeah. And I thought she'd been out there smoking, and she went back to my room to talk to
Amy smokes cigarettes.
Yeah. Occasionally. Occasionally she smokes other things, but yeah.
Allegedly.
But I thought she had left the door open when she came back in.
Just being all high and shit.
I closed it.
Allegedly.
I closed the door, and Rocky was over there scooting it and got out on the balcony. And I live on the second floor, and I'm scared to death that cat's going to try and jump off the balcony.
Yeah, we don't want that. Rocky's a good boy. I was there when we picked out and brought him home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, him and his brother, Rambo. R.I.P. Rambo. We love you.
Do you need to have this pointed toward...
We need to have it pointed towards the most important person in the room, and that's you.
That is you.
Oh.
It's always you.
Well, that's a change because 42 years of marriage, I was never...
Do you know how many people have been messaging us, telling us, have him on the pod show?
I don't know. I don't know how many people have messaged you.
Well, it is...
1,372.
Really?
Yes.
Yep.
Well, I know 3 or 4 of them are me.
Yeah. Yeah, every day. Oh, when are you going to have me on? When are you going to have me on?
No.
It's like, all right, Dad, we'll get you on. Jesus.
I asked you
Christ.
Jesus.
We love you, but damn!
I have buffalo statues to ogle.
Yeah.
I don't have time for this shit. No, we love it. We love you. We're glad that you came on the show tonight.
Yeah.
I'm glad your dog.
I love your insights. This will not be the last time that you'll be a guest on this show.
No, absolutely
We have
not.
lots more.
That depends on your
content planned.
viewers. You know.
Oh yeah,
you
fuck
know.
the viewers. We don't even
No,
like
no,
them.
no, we love them.
Oh yeah, we do. We love
We
you
love
guys.
them. We love them.
No, we'll have you on more, and we have because we just scratched the surface. There's lots that we have to talk to with you.
Oh, okay.
So, we're gonna do a chronicle of music, and you're gonna be our expert on old music.
Well,
So,
okay.
and then we're gonna do lots of other fun quality stuff.
On that note, Judy Garland went to high school with my mother.
Yeah, she sure did. I've heard that story a lot.
Yeah.
In my life.
They didn't like each other, but
They sure didn't. They
Wow.
really didn't.
The claws came out. Huh.
no, they just
The Santa Claus.
everybody at the school thought she was a slut.
Oh, fucking whore. Was she?
Yeah, she ran up with at 14. She ran up.
Judy
with a hobo.
was?
Yeah,
Judy Garland?
yeah, she ran up with
The
a
fucking
hobo
Yellow
when she
Brick
was
Road
14.
Oh, goddamn. What a whore.
Yeah,
Judy Garland is a whore. You
her
heard it here
parents-
on the Girthy Hogs Network.
Yes,
Jordy,
you heard it here first.
Jordy Garland is a
her
whore.
parents owned a theater where they put on vaudeville shows.
Bob Dylan shows.
Yeah, Bob Dylan. Yeah, vaudeville. You know, where Bob Hope and Bing Crosby.
Ah,
and
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
They did shows there in Lancaster in this theater, which was later converted to a movie theater, which is now the building doesn't exist anymore, even though it was technically a
whorehouse.
historic building
Oh,
because of all the famous people that.
got fucked in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, goddamn, you learn something new every day.
That would be a
That is exactly why we need to get this motherfucker back on this podcast.
That would be a fun episode of Ghost Hunters. Ghost Hunters, not a
would.
sponsor, but that would be a fun episode.
Shout out Jason and Steve and Tango.
Thing of
The rest of the crew, whatever their names
Yeah.
are. Well, that solidifies it. We're going to have you on again.
Okay.
And we're going to do one where we just fucking talk about shit that you've seen, man. You've seen some shit.
I've seen some shit.
This motherfucker's seen some shit. He's seen some shit, right?
Yeah.
I was actually in a
seen
helicopter crash in 1980.
God damn!
What?
He also fell. Didn't you fly through a windshield of a fucking propane truck?
Yeah.
Yeah, he sure did.
1988.
Yeah, he sure fucking did. So this guy's got endless stories. We're gonna bring him back.
Okay, well, we have to bring him back.
He's too girthy to keep in one episode. Too much girth to keep in one episode.
Yeah, but that helicopter crash was a minor one. Nobody was hurt except for the pilot. He had a broken collarbone. The helicopter was actually back flying 2 weeks later.
Oh, wow. Wow. I bet his helicopter boner was fucking fully torqued.
Yeah, it was out 29 pounds.
Boom. 29 pounds. Yeah.
Well, I think we learned a lot here tonight.
We sure fucking did. We're going to have this mofo. Grandpa Hog did not disappoint. Let's give a round of applause.
Well, thank you.
We love it. We love it. We're going to have you on because you have just scratched the surface on a couple of topics that are like fucking full episode worthy. So we're definitely going to have you on ASAP again.
On that ghost thing that you guys did you talk about the ghost that we saw at Dingleberry's house?
No. That was almost strictly about here.
Oh.
The stuff that happened here.
Well, there's some
that
weird
was Hometown
stuff.
Horrors. Shout out Hometown Horrors. We love you.
Yeah. But we
Dan
definitely
Bullock's podcast.
got lots of
It's on Spotify, Linktree. You can just Google it. You'll find it.
Yep.
It's great. Great
Yep.
show.
Yep.
Until next time, we will have you on again soon. We love you.
We love you so much. Happy
I love
Father's
you.
Day.
Happy Father's
Thank
Day.
you.
Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. Any fathers out there?
Thank you for being the best father-in-law that I have.
Yep. Thank you for being my favorite dad.
Well, certainly glad I'm the only father-in-law you have.
Well, you're definitely my favorite dad. I'll tell you that.
Well,
Yeah.
Never had a better dad.
Well, okay.
Love you, Pops.
I could say I wish I had a better son, but you know.
Yeah, well,
We love you. Good night. We
you
love
can't
you.
choose the
Good night.
cards.
Goodbye.
Girthy Hogs.
A Girthy Hogs production.